Today's the third anniversary of the Biden-Harris Afghanistan withdrawal, which by all measure was an utter calamity. A calamity of such proportions, it has to be one of the most embarrassing days for America militarily, only to be bested by Joe Biden checking his watch as the soldiers were coming home in caskets. The mainstream media really doesn't want to talk about this anymore, but the Gold Star families were disgusted by the total disrespect of Joe Biden as 13 service members came home in caskets after the bombing at Abbey Gate because of Joe Biden's abject failure as a leader. Now, for the past 4 years, the White House loves to put out pictures of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden in the Situation Room. I don't know about you, but this photo does not instill confidence in me. Thing 1 and Thing 2 have been a failure at the wheel of the United States of America. Now, like I always say, I welcome folks on the left, the right, the middle, all across the political spectrum on my page, but let's call it like it is. If anybody else other than Joe Biden checked their watch twice in a 10-minute period as soldiers were coming home in caskets, they would have been lambasted by the mainstream media. Joe Biden, he always gets a pass. Back in June, Joe Biden actually tried to say that no troops died anywhere in the world on his watch. Well, what about the 13 service members who lost their lives in Afghanistan because of your botched withdrawal? Now, it's worth noting that neither Joe Biden nor Kamala Harris showed up at Arlington Cemetery to pay homage to the 13 service members who lost their lives. In fact, Joe Biden just left his Santa Barbara vacation for another vacation in Delaware. Now, the White House keeps putting out posts saying, "We're working for you," with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris walking around. Joe and Kamala are those two friends you don't want to be in a group project with because they're not going to pull their weight whatsoever. The fact that some social media intern at the White House had the audacity to put this out is laughable. We're working for you. The McFlurry machine at McDonald's works more than Joe Biden and Kamala Harris do. I actually decided to be fun and festive and go back to Kamala Harris's website. She still has no policies. Almost 40 days with no interview, no policies. Like I said, she is the last person you want to be in a group project with. She's likely to show up the day of the presentation with a stomach full of Percocets, Adderall, laughing, having no idea what's going on. Now, even with all of that, don't get me wrong, Kamala Harris could still very well win this election come November 5th. One thing Kamala's campaign is doing well right now, they are raking in the cash. Kamala's campaign is making more money than a call girl during the G7 summit. She's making it rain. They're making hundreds of millions of dollars. They're just going to try to astroturf her on the news and on the internet and project her as this strong leader. Now, on the other side of the aisle, Donald Trump began his day at Arlington National Cemetery paying homage to the service members who lost their lives in Afghanistan. A few hours later, Donald Trump was formally endorsed by Tulsi Gabbard on stage. I think this is a perfect meeting of the minds. Tulsi, she's been helping him prepare for the debates. She's also served our country honorably for years. All right, my friends, we've got 70 days, 8 hours, and 34 minutes until the election. I'll be here giving it to you straight, no chaser. Thanks for liking and following. Drop a comment and tell me what you think about everything going on. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.